5 simple things to know about any video editing software that can make you cut. Do you want to be called a limitless soldier? Yes, I think so. Now, do you want to be called a limitless editor? As you can see, I'm right behind my editing bench, and I want to show you how you can be limitless when it comes to editing. What do I mean by a limitless editor? This is the kind of editor whose creativity is not challenged by any editing software. When it comes to Final Cut, he can cut. When it comes to Adobe Premiere, he can cut. You want to be a limitless editor? Let's jump into the flow. It shouldn't limit you. For example, a company calls you and say, "Hello, DNA, can we have you edit our programs for us?" I say, "Yeah, I can, but we use Final Cut." "Oh, no, I don't use Final Cut, so you don't worry, give the money to somebody else. We need that money, man. We need to make it rain." So, you need to be a limitless editor. Let's go. For the purpose of this video, we'll be using the Premiere Pro and the Camtasia video editors. Let's get right into it. So I open up Premiere already. Let's go inside. Number one thing to know about any video editing software is the interface. All these things sum up the interface of the Premiere Pro. On the Camtasia editor, this is the interface. This is how it looks. Very different from each other. Now let me put the 2 and 2 together and now see. They're so different from each other, but then you should be able to cut in any software. That's the purpose of this video. So let's go open up this one and then go up Premiere, open up Premiere. So on the interface, every video editor has a timeline, and this is the timeline for the Premiere Pro. It's even written here, timeline. Yes. Now let's go to the Camtasia, whether they have a timeline. Where is the timeline? I can't find it. Do you know where it is? Okay, it's right here. Haha. So that's the timeline. That's where you arrange your clips before you cut. So let's go back into the Premiere Pro. So like I told you, every editing software, every video editing software has a timeline. So just locate where the timeline is. If you can't locate it yourself and it's so to you, all you need to do is to Google or YouTube. There are so many tutorials on YouTube showing you just about the timeline of any video editing software. The next thing you need to do about the interface is the preview bin and the program bin. The preview bin is where you see what you are cutting, and then the program bin is where the output is, like what you have cut and how it looks, and you can play back and say, okay, this is what I'm going to export. That's it. So on the interface, after locating the timeline, you need to also locate the preview bin and the program bin. The program bin is also called the output. Now let's see. Where is the preview bin? That's it. Preview is also called the source. This is the preview bin or the source, and then the program view is over here. So these are what you want to know about the interface. Where is the timeline? It's here. Where's the preview bin? It's here. Where's the program bin? It's here. All right, so timeline, preview bin, and program bin. Now let's go into Camtasia, see whether they have all that. Where is the we found the timeline over here. Where is the preview bin? Oh, they don't have. So for softwares that don't have a separate preview bin and a separate program bin, they use one bin or output to tell you, this is the preview, this is what you are cutting, and this is what you get. This is the preview stroke program bin. That's it. All right, now let's go back. Now you know the interface. Every software has it. Final Cut, Premiere Pro, Hit Films, they all have the same things. You need to locate them. If you don't, like I told you, Google it, YouTube it, you can get tutorials on them. For a video editing software that is new to you, you ask yourself, where do I import my files and where do I create projects? Now, so let's go. With the Premiere Pro, this is where you import your media or your files. And the same place means you're creating your project. So that's where you import your clips, because you need to import some clips to edit them. import your clips, video files, audio files, graphics, all of them will come into this place. Now let's go into Camtasia and see. Oh, it's simple to locate how to import your clip. It's over here. When you go there, you go and import clips. Let's see Premiere Pro, double click and you go into a browser. You locate your files that you want to use and you are boom right there. That is where you import your clips and create projects. Now, I mean, it's seen in every editing software. Now, how do you move your clips around? Because with editing, you need to cut, move it around, take this to the other side, move it around, cut, blend it, do this, do that. The next thing you need to locate on any video editing software that will help you move your clips around and cut them is the tool panel. Ooh, I just found it because I've been using it for 1,000 times. Alright, so this is the tool panel, and the tool panel has the selection tool, all these tools, this razor tool, pen tool, hand tool, text tool. That's bingo, man. Now let's go to the Camtasia. These can be classified as tools, and I found the tools over here. There's a cut, there's a copy, there's a paste, there's a split. What editors do most of the time is to cut clips and join them. Most important tools you need to locate in any video editing software. One is the pick tool and the razor tool. Let's check this out. In the tool panel, right here, there's a cut that stands for delete, say, and then the cut cut selection from timeline or copy to a clipboard. So you know what it is. Now the splits selected media at playhead location. So that's it. And there's paste, cut, paste, split, cut, paste. That's all about editing. So let's go back to Premiere. We also know what Premiere, this is it. So you look at the selection tool and the razor tool. Very important. You don't have to yawa yourself. You need to look at all these things. Imagine a company calls you, say, tomorrow, can you edit for us? We're using hit film. Quickly, man, no darling. Go look up for this one. The first one is the interface, the timeline, the preview and project panel, and then the tools, the pick tool or the selection tool, and then the razor, which also means cut or delete or split. Next thing to look at, guys, guess what? Is transitions. Okay, so where is the transition? I said it's part of the effect, so I went to the effect panel. Oh, there's audio transitions and video transitions. If you're not so familiar with the software, don't hassle. Like I said, don't yawa yourself. Locate the dissolve or a simple cut and join, jump cut. It's cool for you. Don't yawa yourself. You need to get the money. Now I mean, make it rain quickly. Let's go. So, oh, that's real. Okay, we have the video transitions. A whole lot of them, man. Do you have effects? Ooh, we have audio effects. There's fade in and fade out. Audio compression. No noise removal. That's wonderful. See, I'm talking and it's reading and talking and reading. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so animations, behavior. Oh, Camtasia is crazy, man. Transitions. I told you. A whole lot. Oh, they have lower thirds and all that. Oh, that's wonderful. The last tip of the day to becoming a limitless editor is drum roll. How to export. Look at it or YouTube it or Google it. How do you export on the Premiere Pro? How do you export on the Final Cut? Boom, there. You will get it. Be a limitless editor. Like myself, I can edit in any software, even if they are now making it. I can really edit in it because I need to look at the interface, go through. This is the interface. This is how it looks. Go to the timeline. Go to the preview panel. Okay, this is. How do I move my clips? Okay, how do I import my clips? I need only two tools: the picking tool or the selection tool, and the razor tool. Boom. Afterwards, transitions, and then how to export. Let's go. With Premiere Pro export, like I always tell you, YouTube, Google, you get it. So many tutorials. But these are the things you need to know. Export media. Okay, so I have a clip here. Now when I import it into the timeline, boom, there it is. There it is. There it is, guys. There it is. Now I can export. I go to file, export, boom, show. I told you. I told you. If you don't know, now you know. If there's nothing to export, it will never show up. Name, you can change the name and location by clicking this and going through blah 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 blah. And then finally you say export. Then you start exporting. Let's go to computation and see whether they export. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Export, export, export. You see file. Export. It's so easy to be a limitless editor in this day and age. Oh my god. Alright, so you have it. There you have it. There's no media in it. I told you, I told you, I told you. Alright, so guys, these are the simple things you need to know quickly of any video editing software if you really want to get the cheddar, if you really want to get the Lucci, if you really want to get the Benjamins, if you really want to get the Kufuors, if you really want to get the Kufuados. Let it rain. So the next time I meet you on the streets and I ask you, can you edit in any video software? You say, oh yeah, because I learned it right here with DNA and it's all good. I know. Let's run quickly into what you need to know. First, the interface. Second, the timeline preview program. You need to know the tools. Pick and raise the tool. You need to know transitions. Where do I look at my transitions? Right here. And then you export. Boom. So now if any company calls you, Coffee Menu or R. Kelly, can you edit for me? I'm a musician, man. I'm not an editor. I don't expect you to say that. Say yeah, because it's gonna make you rain. Not me. So if this is the first time on this channel, please, I beg you, I'm on my knees. Subscribe. You can subscribe 10 times and share 1,000 times. It doesn't cost a limb. Just subscribe, guys. Like, share, and comment. If you have any tutorials you want me to touch on, drop it right here. Drop it right here. I'm so ready. My WhatsApp line will be scrolling on the screen. Catch me also on Instagram. Subscribe, share, like, comment. Let's build a nice community. I'm out.